You are watching NetSoft IT Academy. 905-812-2923. info@netsoftacademy.com. www.netsoftacademy.com.
So now let's start with the next lab, wherein we are going to be installing the Edge Transport Server role on Nita Edge 02. Now for first, I'm going to log in as NetSoft Academy /administrator and password 1350. Now once I log in, one of the first things that I will be doing is I'll be mounting the Exchange Server 2019 CU14 ISO onto this VM. So I already have all of them lined up here, so it's easier for me to just quickly call them up and get them to work. Now, as soon as the autoplay starts, when I get the option here of, hey, this is installed here, what do you want to do? I say run setup.exe and I'll start the setup process. Now remember, the Edge Transport Server role installation is a little bit smaller than your Mailbox Transport Server role. But that doesn't mean that there are not problems. You have to make sure that things are going as planned. Now, while this is happening here, one tip that I always like to give is click on settings for the VM. This is on the VM. This is on the VM. Remember, click on power under system and set screen timeout to never. This makes sure that your system is always running or your VM is always running. So you don't have to worry about it randomly closing or locking the screen or going to sleep after some time and that destroying your entire infrastructure setup or your installation getting interrupted. This way, you don't have to keep moving your mouse around. You don't have to do anything else. You can just relax a little bit. You can go take a walk, grab something to eat, do something else. Next, use recommended settings. Next, Edge Transport role. Automatically install Windows Server roles and features that are required to install Exchange Server. Next. Now I'll wait for the prerequisites to be verified and configured. Now, in case I missed any prerequisite, it will show up here. And there is a fair chance, given the way that I'm doing things, that you will miss one or two things as well. So remember, follow the book as much as possible or as closely as possible. You can try the shortcuts that I mentioned, yes, but do not stray away from the book. Do not think that you know better and just skip over things. It doesn't work like that. Trust me, it doesn't work like that. We have to be extremely careful with installations like Exchange because these take time and they are also very delicate. Until and unless it is set up properly, Exchange is always going to be a little bit of a glass cannon. You never know what will happen here. So I'll wait for the prerequisites to be configured. And once they're configured, we will see that the prerequisites will be analyzed as well. So I'll just give it a second and then we'll take a look at it. Now you can see that all the things are done and I click on install. And it's a smaller installation. It's a 9-step installation, but be careful that it could fail at around step 7 or step 8 right towards the end, and you might have to restart your entire setup again, but it is not going to do anything else other than that. So we'll wait for this to complete. Once this is complete, we'll then take a look at what to do next. And after a little bit of waiting, you can see that my setup is now completed. I click on finish. So I'll double check a few things just to be super careful. Number one, I'll go to my server manager, click on tools, click on services. And under that, just ensure that I have the Microsoft Exchange services all set up here. And they are running. Edge update service, Edge update service, okay. Microsoft Exchange anti-spam update, Microsoft Exchange ADAM. All of these are services that are Exchange services and these are all running. That's perfect. The next thing I'll double check is if I have access to the Exchange Management Shell. I'll click on Exchange Management Shell, which I just saw under the recommended options under here. Now, the first command that I'll run is get-edge subscription, which I would not have any value for, and get-exchange server, and I know that there is a different exchange. This is a server role. Edge is set up for Nita Edge 02. And that is the end of this lab here. So in the next lab, we will be setting up our Edge subscription and completing the remaining parts as we require to. Thank you.
Thank you for watching NetSoft IT Academy. 905-812-2923. info@netsoftakademy.com. www.netsoftakademy.com.